Yeah, that'd be great. Hey, Kirk.
Must be executive meeting.
I think you're right.
We'll just do that in John.
Why didn't you?
Yes, I have. It's decorated.
You hadn't said anything. I wondered if you used it.
I did.
My snowman melted though. See, he's not on the front porch anymore, so he left me.
I figured the spiders got to chase them out.
Yeah, okay.
That's what she
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
All right, I'm going to call the meeting North Lewisburg Village Council to order October 1st, 2013. Roll call.
Roll call. Beach.
Here.
Brown.
Here.
Murphy. Here. Scott. Here. Warner. Here. Spain.
Here.
Do I have the reading of the minutes of the last scheduled meeting? And then I'll do the minutes.
Meetings from September 3rd, 2013. Mayor Fran called the meeting to order with Beach, Brown, Murphy, Scott, Spain, and Warner. Answered roll call. A few minutes were given to council members to review the reports. Everyone joined the mayor in the Pledge of Allegiance. August minutes were read and adjusted, then approved. Bills, mayor's report, water and sewer reports were presented and
You know I
approved.
didn't have to get a new mailbox. did
Under
you?
the mayor, Mayor Cran introduced Craig Evans from the EMA and the 911 Center Operations Board. Mr. Evans promoted voting for the new 911 levy, which will be on the ballot this November. The mayor also thanked United Methodist Church for the renovations and cleanup they did at the village park. The mayor read a proclamation declaring September 17th through September 23rd as Constitution Week. The mayor informed those present that Beggars Night will be held Thursday, October 31st from 6 to 8 p.m. He also informed those present of the Oktoberfest held in Urbana will be October 6th, 2013 from 10 a.m. until 4:30 p.m. Mayor Coran read a letter from the NECCFD regarding the community room as a sleeping room for EMT personnel by putting a Murphy bed in the room. Ms. Brown moved to let them use the room. There was no second to the motion. The motion died on the floor. Under the administrator, The administrator informed those present village crews will be, has finished crack sealing, Lincoln Place, and the multi-use path. Hydrant flushing scheduled for September 16th, 17th, and 18th. Council was presented with two resolutions, 9/3/13 to donate a small parcel of land for an easement in the state of Ohio for construction of an ADA compliant sidewalk ramp at the corner of the municipal building. Brown so moved, seconded by Spain, all in favor. Resolution 9/3/13A, accepting the amounts and rates as determined by the Budget Commission and authorizing necessary tax levies and certifying them to the county auditor. Murphy so moved, seconded by Brown, all in favor. Under policing, Deputy Dixon gave the police report for August. Under hearing of citizens, several questions were directed to Ms. Brown regarding suing the village. With no further business, Brown moved to adjourn, seconded by Spain, all in favor. Citizens were noted. Next regular council meeting will be held Tuesday, October 1st at 7 p.m.
You all have heard the reading of the minutes of the last scheduled meeting. Is there any additions, deletions, or corrections? If not, they'll stand as read. Okay. This time we're going to pass out the books so the council can look at it. Give them a few minutes to look at these. There's no end of month reports this month yet to do because the fiscal officer had surgery on her eye, as you can see. So, and interest wasn't posted as of yet. Okay, if everybody stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, I got a couple things under mine that's not on your agenda. The first one is from the farmers market. It says the 2013 North Lewisburg Farmers Market is now closed for the season. The vendors and market managers wish to thank everyone for a profitable and enjoyable experience. We met many nice folks, both from near and far. If you know James McNichol, be sure to congratulate him on winning the drawing for the gift basket at the market. Once again, thank you for your support. Submitted Jenny Clemens, Peggy Chamberlain, and Bob Davidson. Thank you. Next, under mine, I'd also like, it was brought to me, the Methodist Church would like to give a thank you to the village in North Lewisburg for the purchase of the crack sealing for the product for the basketball court at the park. It was our purchase, and then their community day they did resealed the basketball court at the park. If you hadn't had a chance, you should go down and look at it. It looks really nice. So, and the next thing under mine is, it was brought to my attention, we need to look at, for replacement of the cop car, the one that's sitting out front here. It's a 2005. It's got 124,324 miles on it. What I'd like to do is I'm going to approach Security National Bank and see if we can't do a 3-year note versus paying the entire amount of the car out 1 year in the general fund to spread it over a 3-year purchase. We're probably looking at about $30,000 for a new cruiser because you have to completely buy the whole new retrofit for it because they no longer make the Crown Vics anymore, so we can't take anything out of that cruiser and put in a new cruiser. So I'm looking for a motion for council that would allow me to proceed with
Before we do this motion, can you tell me how many cop cars we do have? We have
2.
just 2?
How many miles do you say it was on? 124,324. The county actually just had to put an accelerator assembly in the car because the deputy got rear-ended 2 people in the city of Urbana because the accelerator stuck. So we usually replace them every 6 years. So, but we was talking this year, instead of trying to do the entire cost at one time out of the general fund, if we could spread that over a 3-year, and it worked out fine. When 3 years is up and it's time to replace the other cruiser, to go back and do the same thing. And then that way allows you to take partial money out of impact fees too to help with the cost of the cruiser. Impact fees. So I'm just entertaining a motion to allow me to move forward on that.
I'll make a motion.
Brown,
Yes.
Beach,
Yes.
Murphy. Yes. Spain,
Yes.
Scott. Yes. Warner.
Yes.
Thank you. Next, administrator.
Basically what I've got is just some informational type things. Want to remind everybody again that the Beggars Night will be the 31st of October from 6 to 8 p.m. We're doing this in conjunction with the Mayor's Association, so every other community in Champaign County should be having Beggars Night on the same evening. Just real quick, an update on the Moving the High Forward grant we applied for the demolition and removal of 2 homes. If you've driven around town or taken notice, Both the houses are down. They're actually working on the finished grading. They just about got it completed at 131 Mill Street. And I actually think they're putting some gravel in down here on Sycamore Street.
Can I ask who owns the property?
Who owns the property? The one that was on Sycamore Street was Richard Fryhoff. It was done as a voluntary demolition. The other one was Bundrum.
Thank you.
131 Mill Street. Bundrum, B-U-N-D-R-U-M. Other things to note, we'll just start lead pickup on the 21st of October. And we would like to go till November 27th, weather permitting. Bear in mind, if it snows early, we're going to have to put plows on the trucks instead of the leaf back. So again, starting on the 21st of October, we'll start picking up leaves. Next thing I'd like to have is a motion from the council to move the meeting date from the 5th of November next month to the 12th due to a conflict with election day.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Okay, roll call. Brown?
Yes.
Beach?
Yes.
Murphy? Yes. Taylor?
Yes.
Stain?
Yes.
Scott?
Yes.
We will also just kind of post some things throughout the community to let everybody know that the meeting date has changed. You might see a flyer or somewhere.
It'll be community policing as soon as Deputy Dixon gets back from making copies.
Thank you.
Said they don't make the Crown Vic anymore, what are we looking at getting?
It's the police interceptor. It's actually a Taurus, but it's called the police interceptor. It was between that and a Charger, but we're probably gonna look at replacing it with the police interceptor SUV. So that way in the wintertime, it's an all-wheel drive vehicle, it's in Urbana. That way either deputy, if the roads are bad, they can come up in it.
Oh, sorry.
There's several vehicles that can be purchased under the state cooperative purchasing. Some of the types, several different manufacturers, but one of the things that's going to probably have to cost around $30,000 is none of the things that we currently have in the Crown Vic are going to be able to be moved over to the new car, regardless of what you get. Even if you get a Ford, we're still going to look at purchasing a new console, cage, seat, light package, things of that nature. So. But we'll use the cooperative purchasing to find the best deal, try and get the best bang for the buck, so to speak.
Is a necessity and urgency that that vehicle be replaced now?
Yes.
I remember once upon a time when they ran them in excess of 200,000 miles. Who provides the maintenance and upkeep on those vehicles?
The county does.
Are they pushing you to replace it?
Yeah, they put probably close to 3,000 in that car out there sitting right now this year alone.
The last one that you turned over, was it older or the same age
It's
as
the
this?
same age. It's about a 6-year stint with them.
Jason, if you're gonna have to borrow money to buy it, do you think it's really necessary to have to?
Sometimes yeah and sometimes no. I mean, because they're always changing and sometimes they're here at the same time. If you have one cruiser, obviously you can't have an overlap with that. So the thing is to purchase them, put the others up for sale, get what you can out of it. And hopefully that softens the load to retrofit the next one that you have to get when it's time to purchase it.
year there wasn't enough money to pay the salaries.
Right.
And it just kind of sounds to me like we're heading that direction again.
Some of us disagree wholeheartedly against that purchase.
Okay.
I want to make that clear. Because we believe there's many other parts of our operation that need some sort of improvement or investment. Clearly, we believe some of that is not happening. So, and I know that they, I understand, I know exactly what happens between us and the sheriff.
Right.
And I know that they've driven their vehicles many more miles than that in the past. I think for the most part, everyone believes police, fire, and EMS is at the top of the totem pole when we think about the importance of services. But I think a lot of us disagree with that.
Okay. Community policing, Deputy Dixon.
First off, I'd like to apologize to the council and to the community members for my tardiness. I was out sick yesterday, and if you'll notice, the monthly activity report does not usually look how it should. The copy that I did make for myself, I left back at the office and completely forgot to bring it up here and bring copies for everybody. So I do apologize for the tardiness. Myself and Deputy Lyons, we have been very active. Is there anybody else that needs a copy of the report still? No? Okay. We have been active working on different things throughout the village. As you can see, like I said, from this makeshift activity report, we had 3 citations, 4 warnings issued for citations, 3 incident reports, 18 assistance given to citizens, 2 arrests we made, which I would like to add. One of those was going to be for a domestic violence complaint. Actually, both of them were. They were both handled by Deputy Lyons. We served 12 civil papers up here in the village, provided 10 follow-ups, had 0 open doors. I had 2 juvenile contacts late at night. Everybody always says, hey, if kids are out after dark, they're usually up to no good. I ran into a few juveniles over at the library, only because somebody called me. I would have had no idea. 11 o'clock at night, they're sitting there at the picnic table using tobacco products, 13, 14 years old. So I appreciated the tip. 4 civic activities, and there was an auto accident that Deputy Lyons took care of.
I have a couple questions for you.
Yes, ma'am.
You were talking last month about someone parking and using the Wi-Fi from the library.
Correct.
Did we resolve that, or was
Yeah,
it?
that's since been taken care of.
No more recourse to that?
Nope, no more.
When I spoke to you last time, I mentioned there about a white car, and it's back up there. Did you run the plates on that? It seems to park up there all day long.
At the library?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I haven't seen it myself. What time? Can you give me a time?
All day
frame?
long, that's the odd thing, is when the library's closed, you kind of tell the car's sitting there. But
Okay.
it was there all day today. Tell you the truth, I think it's a skinny girl, and she doesn't seem to be doing anything, but since you were checking folks that were using that lot
Right.
for a long period.
Right.
It's a small white car. If I
Okay.
see it again, I'll just call and let you know that it's
Yeah,
there.
if you could call, like I said, I explained with the juveniles, and I think I explained last month, we require, help from the citizens. It's a job that we can't do all by ourselves. So if you do happen to see it up there, like I said, I would appreciate a time frame. You said all day.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if it was today or yesterday, but it was there, just sitting all day. And of course, library's not open till 4 anyway, so.
Right. Okay. If it's not there during my shift, I will definitely have Deputy Lyons take a look at it. If it's there during my shift, then I will investigate it myself. Okay?
Just concerned after you said something about using Wi-Fi.
Not a problem.
Do they have a secure network up there now? Was that the solution?
They do not. The solution was, it was obviously it wasn't secure. That's a service that they want to provide to their members. The simple solution was unplug the power, not during business hours. It was a little bit easier, you know, instead of, if you have a secure network and your members are provided the password, members can give the password to anybody, and we still have the same problem. Part of the problem was the people, some of the folks that live back there, they were essentially leeching. They call it theft by, what is it? Theft of services is what it is. They were actually stealing library Wi-Fi. So to solve it, I requested that the IT department at the main branch come up here and just start unplugging it in the evening. So that's what they've been doing.
So it's illegal to sit up there and use your computer off their Wi-Fi?
It's actually illegal to sit anywhere and use anybody's Wi-Fi that you don't pay for. I know that there's a lot of people that do it. I'm not saying that it's okay. It's a minor crime, but yeah, if you have wireless service at your house and, you know, I park 5 feet in front of your house and I sit there and use my cell phone or my laptop to access your Wi-Fi, then I'm stealing from you. They call it theft of services is what they do. So more often than not, it doesn't cause a lot of harm. It's one of the laws that's lowest priority. I mean, obviously, you know, a domestic violence situation would be top priority. This would be lowest priority. If somebody has an issue with it and they call and say, hey, look, I think that this person's stealing my Wi-Fi, I'll come out and take a look at it. But if I talk to somebody in the park and I say, hey, what are you guys doing? Oh, nothing, you know, just here, use my computer, then I'm probably not going to do anything unless it becomes an issue, for example, at the library.
Deputy Jason, but the issue at the library was the fact that
Pornography.
Well, but that's a service that they provide during their hours of operation.
Right.
This person or persons were taking advantage of the situation when the library was closed.
Correct.
In the late evening, right?
Correct. 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Correct. Did anybody else have any questions? Okay, that concludes. Thank you.
Thank you. Nothing under council, resolution ordinances, hearing? Yeah.
Can we go back to discussing the improvement?
Sure.
Possible. I guess I was just wondering, you know, thinking in light of questions people raised in the audience, I guess I'm thinking, I guess I was wondering too, like that $3,000, was that, you said it was spent so far on that this year?
This year.
Was that $3,000 mainly, was that because of the accelerator problem?
Different multiple mechanical issues.
I might be able to shed some light on that if that's acceptable. It's the cruiser that I do drive myself. It's had a lot of mechanical issues this year alone. The accelerator was sticking to the floor. I almost rear-ended 2 cars coming through the square. They went ahead. The sheriff's office went ahead and fronted the money to pay for it. It's my understanding that in the contract, the sheriff's office is responsible for all of the maintenance to the cruiser. I don't have an exact cost on that. That wasn't my decision to make. It was hey, take this to the shop, have them fix it. It's been in the shop for numerous engine failure. I'd say I had it at White's probably 6 times this summer for various reasons. Tried to save the sheriff's office. Actually, we did save the sheriff's office a little bit of money. The light bar on it is very old and very outdated. There's a circuit board in there. Part of it controls the front, I'm sorry, there's 2 circuit boards in the light bar. One controls the front, one controls the back. All 4 lights in the front had gone out. We didn't know why, so I got with Deputy Nathan Aycock, and we tore the entire light bar apart, salvaged parts from outdated light bars that we keep in storage, and we were able to actually fix it by bringing components from one light bar to another, as opposed to spending the money. That I do believe would have been since that's an equipment issue, that would have been a purchase made by the village that we were able to save. I don't know how much a new light bar costs, Jason. I'd say 3,000.
3,800 to 1,000.
Okay. So that was the cost that we were able to try to absorb by just doing it ourselves. But unfortunately, there are some times where you can't fix. I don't know how to fix internal parts to a car.